Morning, everyone. How's everyone doing? Hey? Been mild this morning. Some snow last night or yesterday. The plows hadn't gone around for a few days. So it's quite messy, so I think they're doing that today. Yeah, a lot of junk. It looks like they're clearing out some snow banks on the side of between the sidewalk and the street there. Actually, out of the street. See.
Lithium that can stay within the local supply chain. So, our product won't go overseas. It can stay within North America, supplying the North American battery industry, but hopefully stay within Canada. There are companies building batteries in Canada, as we know, and so I think there's a big advantage. We can do it better. We can do it more sustainably, especially with the methodologies that companies like E3 and Summit are developing.
So you mentioned this brining process, and Chris, I want to ask you about that. I want to get into a little bit more details, but let me bring Teresa Kramars into this conversation. This is about batteries, particularly for EV cars, electric cars, and this effort to develop lithium resources. I mean, I guess it's part of the broader plan to reduce carbon emissions at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
So how important is this new mining of lithium to getting to net zero, which is what Canada is hoping to do?
Yeah, so I want to start by saying it is imperative that we carbonize. That we decarbonize, we need to actually reach our targets. However, I want to highlight that there are different pathways to get to this target of net zero by 2050. One of the central ways in which we are planning to achieve, not just in Canada, but globally, net zero targets by 2050 is by relying very heavily on renewable energy technologies. So not just batteries, which are big storage energy solutions, but also wind turbines, solar panels, and that's certainly a necessary thing. We need to adopt renewable energy technologies in order to decarbonize. However, we need to think about how these renewable technologies come to be, right? Just solar panels don't just land on our roofs, and batteries don't just land inside our Teslas. They have to be supplied through a chain of critical minerals. Among critical minerals, lithium is sort of has a pride of place in terms of what's required for battery production.
Why do you say that?
So batteries are an evolving technology. Lithium looks to be here to stay. Again, I'm a political scientist, so I work on governance issues of these critical minerals, and lithium in particular. But certain battery technologies are in the works in order to replace some minerals. Lithium is not one of them. So some minerals
one of the reasons that there is excitement about lithium and Canada's role in it in terms of the social and political costs, correct? Julie Roll, let me bring you into this now. I mean, there does seem to be a ton of excitement about the possibilities of lithium. I wonder how much of a gap is there in terms of filling that demand and what Canada is able to supply.
Sure, yeah, absolutely. We've been, at the Energy Futures Lab, we've been looking at lithium since about 2017 and trying to understand what it would take to create an industry out of this resource that we have. From 2017 to 2020, there wasn't much progress, and since 2020, it's been unbelievable in terms of what we've seen from governments, from organizations like E3 and Summit Nanotech, developing technology, figuring out, how to get the best quality minerals out of these resources. And what's really been great is that in a lot of circumstances where there's kind of this emerging value chain situation, we don't see coordination across. And right now we are seeing coordination across to a certain extent. So we did a bunch of work last year with the Battery Metals Association of Canada and the Transition Accelerator, bringing together this nascent industry and trying to figure out what it would take to actually build the value chain from start to finish, all the way to recycling, to create a closed loop system within Canada. And what we realized is that there's an incredibly important aspect of this value chain that's missing right now, which is this midstream. So when Chris was talking about their technology, he was saying that the minerals could actually stay in Canada. So right now, if we mine the minerals, we have to send them off, most likely to China, to be processed and to be turned into materials that are ready to go into batteries. So we would mine it, ship it overseas, bring the battery active materials back, and then manufacture them into cells. But what we have a huge opportunity to do is to either do what Chris is doing and put the kind of upstream and midstream together so that you're processing right on site, or create a domestic midstream supply chain to connect the dots.
Chris Dornbos, let me put that to you. What Julie's suggesting, I mean, there's a history, obviously, in Canada of extracting raw goods here in Canada and then exporting somewhere else to be processed. Is that what is happening with the nascent lithium industry?
Yeah, I mean, right now, Canada does not produce lithium. And so that's an opportunity that we have as a country, because where and what lithium was used for until the lithium-ion battery came on the scene is a very small market. It was greases, ceramics, that sort of stuff. It really didn't require the same purity. And when you put it into a battery, it requires a very high purity standard. And when you go from what is produced in South America or in a mine, there's a lot of refining steps to get it to something that is battery ready. And one of the advantages we have is that we can produce it at high purity, and for us, we can make a battery product so directly into a cell, or the cathode active material into a cell. But the rest of Canada can also look at this industry and build for batteries rather than build for a precursor.
Can we take a step back here, Chris? We're not talking here in what E3 lithium is involved in digging out of the earth and breaking up rocks kind of mining, right? You've spoken about brine. Can you explain that in a simple way to a journalist who doesn't quite get the mining industry?
Absolutely. So the way that we produce the lithium in Alberta is very similar to conventional oil and gas, in the sense that we drill a well and we pump the fluids from the aquifer. In fact, the aquifer that is hosting the lithium in Alberta was discovered for oil in the 40s, and it's really started the oil rush, and we're repurposing that asset. So it's conventional oil and not oil sands, so it is very small surface footprint and no interaction with fresh water. And when you look at it relative to mining or salars, which is the two other conventional ways of getting lithium out of the ground and into a product, it is very much more sustainable. And the fact that you can integrate it into the battery product means you don't have that shipping footprint in between your precursor product and your refining product, and then back to where your cells are manufactured. So,
well, everyone, have a good day. I'll see you guys later. Doesn't look like too much is happening this morning. Pretty quiet. Looks like they're clearing out all the roads. Supposed to be more snow today or tomorrow or something like that. So maybe that's why they're cleaning things up, because it's going to be more. So, see you guys later.